Copyright first. It's specifically aimed at original literary or artistic works, and that can be sound recordings and plays as well. It can be visual images, paintings, and it's an automatic right. You don't have to apply for copyright. Once you fix something in writing or paint it on the canvas, it's copyright. And it then applies to any medium that that material might be expressed in. So if somebody writes a book, they will be the owner of copyright in that work. If you were then to go and scan that book and put it on the internet, that would be an infringement of their copyright. Although it's a different format, it's now an electronic file rather than a printed medium, the copyright is still with the original creator. You get a very long term of protection for copyright. It's 70 years from the death of the creator. So copyright goes out a long way into the future. And it's important to bear in mind because of that. It's easily forgotten about because it's such a long-term thing. You are, however, allowed certain fair dealing uses of copyright. So, well, you'll know it's okay to photocopy parts of a book for research use, for instance. It's generally only if you move over into charging people money for that you'll run into problems with copyright. And the first author or the creator of the work, the painter, the musician, is generally the first owner of the copyright in it. Unless they're employed by somebody who reasonably feels that, say you're employed by a publisher to write a piece of work, chances are it would already be in a contract that they will own that copyright. This is something that's really important to bear in mind. I don't know if any of you might get into projects that involve app development, mobile app development. There's a real word of caution here because quite often an academic will come up with the notion of the app and how it should work and what it should look like and what it should do, but you will often go out to an external party to actually code it up for you. And unless you're aware of this at the contractual phase, you will likely find out that the person who wrote the code still owns all the copyright in that code, which means you're not free to sell it. So it's very important at the outset when you're contracting somebody to do this sort of work to you to make sure that the ownership side is tied up.